Hey everyone! So for this video we're going to be going over how to do specials and build them up, and we're also going to be going over how to navigate through the blade combo tree. So last week I actually made a video about understanding chain attacks, elemental orbs, how to break them, and understanding the type chart and which element beats what. So if you're curious about all of that, check that video, the link will be in the description below. But anyways, in that video, a lot of you guys give me some really nice comments and I really appreciate it, but also some of you asked me how to navigate the blade combo tree and how to do specials, so I am explaining that in this video now. So before we go into how to build up your specials, how to navigate the blade combo tree, we should first actually understand what a blade combo is. So, a blade combo is basically a succession of 3 specials between you and your teammates that will lead to a certain buff, creating a big old explosion with lots of damage and creating an orb that will fly around your enemy. And you want to build up as many different elemental orbs as possible so you can deal lots of damage during a chain attack. That's how you can deal like well over 1 million damage, by building up the different orbs and breaking all of them. So let's kind of go into how do you build up your specials and then navigate a blade combo, right? So a blade combo is initiated when you start a special, and your specials are those A buttons moves that you can press. So whenever you see those Roman numerals, 1 through 4, I, 2I, 3I, IV, those are your specials and they build up throughout time. You only need a tier 1 special to start a blade combo. So whatever you do, it will work. So for example, I may press fire. You use a fire special. I press A and that will initiate the blade combo, and you will see the blade combo tree set up in the top right. And in order to go down that blade combo tree, what I need to do is then use the next blade combo that's on the map. So for example, in the example I'm going to be showing, right, I will start with fire, and there'll be an option to do fire or water. You'll see the fire symbol highlighted. That's where I'm at. I can either go for a water special or a fire special, and then after that I have the option of going fire or light if I pick fire, but if I pick water I can go for fire or ice. And notice how each one at the end has a certain debuff, and whatever I end up doing at the end with my third and final special, that will be the debuff I get and the color of orb I get flying around the enemy. Remember, you want to get as many different colored orbs flying around the enemy as possible. So that's how it works. But in order to go down the blade combo tree, you need to do 3 whole specials, and that may require you being able to build up specials pretty well, right? So now we're going to go over how to actually build up your specials. So basically what you need to do to build up your specials is get those blue circles to sort of expand, and you get a blue circle to expand whenever you press an art, a special, or a blade right when you land an attack. It doesn't matter if it's an auto attack or an art or whatever, just right when you land an attack and you finish an attack off, a combo, the blue orb will expand, and the game is telling you that you're building up your special, and you will see a red line build up around that Roman numeral in the bottom right. That's when you know you're doing it correctly. So one thing I really like to do is I use my auto attack to build up my arts when all my arts are available to use. When I do that, once I do that, right, it's really cool because on the third and final auto attack, which deals the most damage but also will give me the most special meter raise on the third and final one, I will press an art. So I'll press, let's say for example, X right at the end of the third auto attack. There's a bit of a window here, so if you do it right after or right at the same time, it'll probably still work. And then once I'm at the final hit of that art, the art I just pressed, I will press the next art, and I'll see a blue circle appear again, and at the end of the final attack of that second art, I will then press my third art, and I'll see a blue circle arise again. And from this point, I can decide to either A, press a special right on my final hit to get the blue circle to appear again and grow the special even more, or B, I could go into a blade right at the same time as I launch that final attack, which will also build up my special. And what's interesting though is you can really link this up, so you can go from final auto attack to art, to another art, to another art, to a blade, and then all their arts will be available, and then you can do their arts in succession in a chain attack, and then go to another blade, and then circle all the way back, and then do an awesome special. You could do this theoretically, but most of the time you won't need to do it that many times to build up your special. If you just do the arts in a row like I just said, you'll build up your special pretty quickly. So that's how you build up your special basically. But there's a few other things you may want to know to give yourself an advantage to actually get the blade combos done, because the thing is, when you launch a special, you will see a meter at the top right of the enemy. So for example, when I launch a fire special, I will see a fire meter, and that's slowly going down. That is the timer that I am given that is telling me how much time I have before I can initiate the next special in the blade combo tree. And like for example, with the example I'm using, when I launch a fire special, I can either go into a fire or water special after that. So I have to build up a fire or water special either between my allies or myself before I run out of time. So one, by being able to build specials quickly, that makes that a lot easier. But also, a few other things you could do to make it easier is by either using break or topple, and then launching and smashing. That will reset the timer and give you more time to build up your special so you can continue the blade combo. Because if the meter runs out, you have to start all over. Another thing you could do is just be kind of strategic as you go about doing your special. So for example, what you could do is that you launch a special right at tier 1. You don't waste that much of your special meter, and then your allies could then do their next special. But the moment you see ZL or ZR, do not press them immediately. Instead, how about you wait until the meter is almost at the end and then press ZL or ZR. That way you're giving yourself enough time to build up another special, or your other ally enough time to build another special, so that way you will be able to launch the third and final special right after the second one. That way you can make sure you actually get the blade combo down. By doing this, you're being strategic throughout the entire process, and it's a lot more likely that you'll finish off a blade combo. So between linking up all your arts and blade switches, and getting those blue circles, and using break and topple, and being strategic as to how you go about launching each special, the timing of it, you should be able to build up your specials in time to go throughout an entire blade combo, which is 3 specials in a row. So as I've been explaining, with the example I'm using, it could be throughout with any type, right? But I'll press fire, and then we'll see 2 different elements right to the right, one slightly above, one slightly below in the blade combo tree in the top right. I'll pick one, and that will lead to 2 more at the end, and I can either pick whichever one I want to get the sort of element I want and a certain debuff. And you can see all of that laid out from right when you laid out your first special, so you can have an idea of where you want to go. So hopefully I was able to explain all of that pretty well. If I didn't, let me know in the comments below so I can help you guys out even more. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. I hope that helped out, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all really soon. Bye.